Congratulations to our University of Birmingham graduands. Here we are in the Great Hall at the heart of the Edgbaston campus. Attendees, mostly graduands and their friends and family, are seated. Here are the student musicians. Now we're getting started. Here's the first of our 2 mace bearers beginning the ceremony. The centenary mace bearer is usually a staff member who has volunteered to take part in the ceremony. The mace bearer enters through the back of the Great Hall and leads a procession of staff to the stage. The Esquire Beadle, who is the second of the 2 mace bearers, follows. The maces are placed on stage for the duration of the ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the University of Birmingham. I declare this congregation open. So thank you for coming. It's great to see so many of you here. As Provost and Vice Principal, it's my pleasure to welcome our graduands at the back and friends and family and supporters at the front to this, your graduation ceremony. Graduands, we're here today to celebrate you, your hard work, your dedication, and your perseverance. And today marks a significant step for you all. So you chose the University of Birmingham because you wanted to be part of an outstanding academic community in a vibrant and youthful city, in a place which embodies a can-do spirit in a grounded and practical way. And during your studies, there have been many hazards to navigate. The COVID pandemic and the world coming to a near standstill, a cost of living crisis exacerbated by war in Europe, political uncertainty, industrial action, high inflation. You have had a lifetime of experiences in a very few short years. But of course, alongside all of this, you have gained your degrees, and you will shortly be graduates of this fabulous university. So for a minute, stop and savour what you have achieved. Look around this great hall and consider those who have come before you and those who will follow. Your stories will be different, but of course share common threads. You have explored new ideas and experienced the thrill, and perhaps sometimes terror, of intellectual discovery. You have tackled seemingly insurmountable problems and overcome them, well, most of the time at least. And you have met new people who have inspired you in many ways, and you have made friends who will last a lifetime. You have expanded your horizons, challenged your assumptions, and developed the critical thinking and skills necessary to thrive in the world that awaits you. And you now have the opportunity, and indeed the responsibility, to apply your expertise to make an even bigger difference. Indeed, the need for individuals like you has never been greater. So in today's rapidly changing world, with society facing complex, interconnected challenges, you are the leaders and the innovators who will shape our future. And it is our hope that your time here at the University of Birmingham has equipped you with the tools that you need to embrace these challenges with compassion, understanding, and with confidence. Your actions have the power to make a difference. So choose to make that difference a positive one. As you graduate today, let's take a moment to recognize those who have been instrumental in your success. Sitting behind me are just some of our university community who have encouraged your intellectual curiosity, nurtured your creativity, and inspired you to question and explore. And you have also been supported in a myriad of ways by tutors and student support teams. And I would like to give you the opportunity to thank everyone who has supported you during your time here. Sitting in this great hall and watching live online are your friends, family, and supporters, who, of course, are immensely proud of everything that you have achieved. And you will have that person or those people that believed in you, people who supported you, showed you kindness, and without whom you wouldn't be here. So graduates, perhaps again, let's give a huge round of applause, please, to those who have supported you and made all this possible. So soon you will come up onto this stage and I will admit you to your degree. This is your moment. When your name is read, that is your graduation. And family and friends, that is your cue to make lots of noise in celebration, please. So, one last piece of advice. Be careful on the steps. Give a big smile for the cameras. And, of course, don't forget to savour your moment. Many congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands will walk from the left of the stage to the centre and collect their scroll from the conferring officer. After they're congratulated, they'll walk off stage.
Provost and Vice Principal, to you and to the University I present the names of these graduands as listed in my programme, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees.
By virtue of my authority as Provost and Vice Principal, I admit those persons listed in the programme, in attendance and in absentia, to the degree to which they have been presented.
College of Arts and Law, Birmingham Law School, Doctor of Philosophy. For research into the legal and regulatory framework on retail customer protection in financial services, Yvette Anna Borg-Cardona. For research into how multinational corporations can be bound by international human rights law, Vera Frangi. For research into socio-legal perspectives on advanced consent in mental health law using the capabilities approach, Magdalena Wanda Folgalska. For research into the relationship between fundamental rights and fundamental freedoms in the European Union, Constantina Lazaradiu. For research into local and indigenous knowledge and climate change legislation in Kenya, Eric Ende Mbumian Ngang. For research into regional trade integration in Africa, Arinza Brian Okiche. For research into interdisciplinary and socio-legal perspectives on talk about legal decision-making by people living with dementia, Chloe Waterman. Master of Laws, Commercial Law, Stephanie Oforiwa Forson. Criminal Law and Criminal Justice, Pranali Prabhakar Campbell. Tendai Mukutuma. Olawesian Olawakemi Musa. LLM, Koljit Kaur Johal. LLM International Law and Globalization, Amber Karood. Vinok Ravindran. Master of Science, Responsible Data Science, Sophie Talui. Bachelor of Laws, International Law and Globalization, Alicia Ellen Antonen. Chidabube Chigozim Azi Ikwi Kiwi. Kellen Barondo. Tracy Ajiriba Baufo. Emily Louise Brightman. Nicole Chami. Bethany Malaku Geng. Emily Harpham Wells. Anissa Irfan. L. Ariel Jakila. Nakyo Young. Isabel Joy. Margaret Mary Kelly. Xiaoling Lao Nam. Elena Denislav Mihalova. Leon Mihalchik. Sarah Alexandra Nerwich. Jura Wombo A. Akito Anakanda. Stella Pereira. Daniel Porter. Grammy Ranga. Meenal Senthil. Omar Sheikh. Natalia Sochinska. Timon Milan Sola. Priya Anand Thakkar. Elishka Vasakova. Min Zhao. International Law and Globalisation with a Year Abroad, Stefana Mara Bozdog. Law with Business Studies, Lucy Badgett. Ella Olivier Barnes. Florence Chung Ho Yin. Win Chi Chi Chiu. Molly Hannah Cotton. Jessica Leah Harvey. Ayabonga Halat Wayo. Ali Ghulam Abbas Hussain Kassam. Hayley Lawrence. Yulia Radianu. Nicholas Ralph. Alia Rashid. Emily Thaulo Solstad. Lawrence Topley. Emily Kate Wilson. Law with Business Studies with a Year Abroad, Rosemary Susanna Birmingham. Law with Criminology, Natasha Osariyeman Agho. Alexandra Aldridge. Deborah Oluwatimilian Ayanbango. Asina Emily Barker. Larissa Jade Bosworth. Christine Broadfield. Samreen Chowdhury. Sophie Elizabeth Grace Cope. Hazel Victoria Louise Drury. Freya Hinchley. Cameron Robert Hodgetts. Grace Ella Isabel Hudson. Ikra Hussain. Adiba Ishak. Karina J. Harry. Myra Khan. Anya Lever. Ashmeet Nagpal. Ira Noor. Cara Ann Robertson. Dominic Russ. Valentina Sarpi. Alice Thomas. Chanel Thomas. Monica Vavrenkova. Katie Racina Warren. Law with Criminology with Year Abroad. Elizabeth Storer. Law with French Law. Beth Adamson. Holly Elizabeth Butterfield. Eve Cooper. Natasha Anna Herdis. Amy Jones. Tim Rankin. Israel Kigundu Tamale. Annabelle Rose Taylor. Law with Year Abroad, Gurleen Aurora. Louise Mangra. Lisa Storen. LLB for graduates, Ajiro Oghene David Agbere. Juma Amisi. Amarit Corbains. Jonathan James Barnett. Bridget Alta Balsito. Elliot Sam Bloom. Kira Shanice Brown. Yao Pan Chan. Zara Chowdhury. Letitia Lepsuet Chu. Brandon Ross Clark. William Gabriel Cotgrove. Blessing Olawasian Daniel. Eden David D'Souza. Andy Leonardo Di Benedetto. Brennan Peter Brian Dybel. Amanjot Kaur Gotra. Stephanie Michael Ginsberg. Alexia Ivo. Shannon Maria Jackson. Ashani Divya Joda. Ruth Tubala Kabongo. Dina Kaur. Laura Rochelle Lavoie. Jinju Lee. Harleen Kaur Mann. Katrina Marie Melnick. Sydney Monica Michael. Yasmin Jade Montgomery Williams. Obosa Osarenren Osazuwa. Tessa Marie Pereira. Ashley Kayla Persaud. Ari Braza. Yi Fang Ren. Sydney Ryan. Sonali Kaur Sangha. Ramneet Kaur Sidhu. Carolina Sierpien. Amrit Kaur Sohi. Jordan Taylor Spence. Patricia Sue. Christabel Aluwabukua Toluhi. Imobong Kanuchuku Samuel Udokuachu. Chanel Pierre Vathanang Ayagan. Savika Kaur Virk. Karamjit Singh Virk. Chelsea Wilson Flynn. Kwong Ya Wong. Zhu Yung Wu. Lauren Yurek Kiramaz. Wen Zhang. Master of Laws, Environmental and Energy Law, Mohammed Abiodun Adelodan. Arsalan Ali. Zinnia Goes. Nkusuila Nachalwe. Thomas Richard Otley. Federico Parise Coonley. Jasmine Sisson. Christopher Anthony Stratton. Wendy Shi Ling Wong. Bachelor of Laws, Law with Business Studies, Ali Kassam. I would now like to present our student representative who will speak on behalf of the students, Amanjot Kaur Gotra.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to the class of 2023. Today, we stand with our families, esteemed faculty, and fellow graduates on the precipice of a new chapter in our lives. As we don these graduation caps and gowns, we carry with us not only the weight of our learnings and accomplishments, but also the tools to become advocates for justice and architects of change. The countless hours that we have devoted these past years have allowed us to own our ability to think critically, analyze problems, and form compelling arguments. I would like to extend my gratitude to the University of Birmingham for the great efforts put towards making such valuable contributions to our academic and professional lives. The opportunities that have been provided to us are invaluable and have offered us an incredible foundation before we enter the legal profession. As we step out into the world as lawyers, professionals, and academics, remember that the tools of our education will extend far beyond the walls of this institution. So, as graduates of law, let's make sure that we sustain the principles that underpin the legal profession: honesty, integrity, and a dedication to upholding the rule of law. Furthermore, let us embrace innovation. The world around us is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and the legal profession is no exception to that. Technological advancements and global interconnectedness are reshaping the way that we practice and see law. We must be adaptable, open-minded, and willing to take up this change. By harnessing the power of technology and leveraging new tools, we can enhance access to justice, streamline legal processes, and ensure that the law remains relevant in our ever-evolving world. If I were to make an analogy for our journey thus far in law school, it was akin to climbing a mountain peak. As we ascended our climb, we encountered vistas of legal knowledge, unveiling a panoramic understanding of the laws that govern our world. As we stand at the pinnacle of our law school journey, we realize that the mountain that we conquered was a symbol of our growth and unwavering pursuit of knowledge. With every peak we conquered, we gain a clear perspective on the impact that we have on society. May the journey we experienced in law school empower us to climb even higher and leave a lasting legacy of compassion for generations of students to come. On behalf of our graduating cohort, I would like to extend a huge thank you to Paul McConnell and Dr. Samantha Schnobel for providing a steadfast level of support through these past 2 years. It has been a privilege to speak here today, but the true honor is to have been part of such an exceptional class of students. So congratulations, my fellow graduates, on conquering this mountain. We made it.
Thank you, Amanat, for your thoughtful words and for representing the class of 2023 so well. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Arts and Law, it falls to me to bring this ceremony to a conclusion. I know I speak on behalf of all the staff of the Birmingham Law School in saying how delighted we are to see you graduate today and to congratulate you on your achievements. Amid the many effects of the pandemic, you have studied and succeeded in a time of unparalleled national and global disruption. Law is a demanding discipline. You've had to work hard, read an enormous amount, write essays, sit exams, and deal with a changed world. You've done incredibly well, and I know that all the staff here are very proud of you. One of the benefits in studying law is the skills it develops, the ability to read and analyse, often quite complicated documents, the way in which you learn to research and find out what the law is, how it is changing, how it can be improved, and the ability you develop to put forward arguments, to reach conclusions, and to write and communicate about the law and the sorts of situations it raises. These are skills that can be useful in all sorts of fields, and reflected by the fact that while we have many graduates who work as lawyers and judges, we also have many graduates who work as policymakers, business people, and community leaders. Law permeates all aspects of society. Regulation and legal compliance are critical for banking, building, health and safety, entertainment, sport, science and technology, and so many other fields of endeavour. All of these areas value graduates who can think, who can reason, who can analyse, who can write. So I would encourage you all to think about what you can do with your degree and the difference you can make. From our very beginnings in 1900 as England's first civic university, Birmingham has welcomed people of all faiths and backgrounds, and this university has been home to some truly inspirational people. If you walk down the corridors either side of the Great Hall, you'll see museum objects, prototypes, manuscripts and photographs that tell the stories of groundbreaking research carried out in this university. They include a portrait of Nicholas Pevsner, arguably the most important architectural historian of the 20th century, who wrote his book, An Inquiry into Industrial Art in England, here. There's a photograph of Professor Stuart Hall, who used cultural structures to understand the broader constructs that shape our everyday life and whose intellectual influence has been enormous. There is a bust of Sir Edward Elgar, the first professor of music here and one of this country's best-known and best-loved composers. The exhibition provides just a few examples of how people at this university have changed lives, have helped us understand and interpret the world around us, and have brought new ideas, art, colour and joy to so many lives. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you can take pride in having studied and learnt at this university. This university and this city have been in the public eye during your time here. It will not have escaped anyone's notice that Birmingham hosted the Commonwealth Games last summer, that the University of Birmingham played a prominent part, and that here on campus we hosted the largest student athletes village and every game of hockey and squash. Birmingham students and alumni competed across 9 sports and did incredibly well, winning 2 golds, 1 silver and 2 bronzes, more than several small countries put together. I cannot guarantee that we'll have a major sporting event on our doorstep every summer, although next month we're hosting the International Blind Sports Federation World Games, and we're working with the city to ensure we build on the legacy of the Games and the excitement and enthusiasm they generated. But whatever is happening on campus, you will always be welcome here. If you haven't already, do call by and take in the old and new masterpieces in the Barber Institute, one of this country's best fine art galleries, or stop by for one of the music concerts put on by students from across the university, or attend one of the public lectures given by our world-leading researchers, or just take in again the beauty of this campus, these buildings, this place. When you leave here today, you start a new chapter with new challenges and new opportunities. We look forward to watching your progress and seeing the difference you make. Our careers service remains available to you whenever you want advice and support, and our alumni relations team run events connecting you with the more than 300,000 Birmingham alumni all across the world. Whether you've come from overseas, like me, from another part of this country, or from here in the West Midlands, the University of Birmingham has been your home, and our doors will always be welcome to you. You entered the Great Hall today as graduands, but you will leave as graduates of the University of Birmingham. Class of 2023, well done.
And congratulations to all our new graduates. Thank you to all those, of course, who have come and supported us all this afternoon, both here and here. Thank you. It's good to have you here, and I hope we can enjoy the rest of the celebrations outside the hall afterwards. I declare the congregation closed. Thank you.
Congratulations to our new graduates. The attendees applaud our new graduating class. To close the ceremony, the maces are collected from the stage. The mace bearers lead the procession of staff and new graduates out of the Great Hall. The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni is now closed.